Okay, so this is Hantsport, Nova Scotia, Canada. It is on the shore of the Bay of Fundy, the Minas Basin, I suppose, of the Bay of Fundy. And we're coming into town on the Evangeline Trail. And I suppose on our right here is the Hantsport Memorial Recreational Area, where there's a baseball field and a soccer field and tennis court, swimming pool, that kind of thing. There's one of the big churches just there. I think there's three churches in town, I believe. And this is a very old town. A long time ago, it was a shipbuilding community. There's the Legion, right there on the right. And way back, they built something like 200 or more than 200. There's the city hall or town hall right there. Pharmacy on the left. Liquor store on the right, and I think the home hardware on the left. This is called Main Street now, even though, yes, it's still the Evangeline Trail. And I guess the Scotia Bank is just here on the left. And anyway, so back to my story. There was they built something like 200 wooden ships here back in the day. And so it was quite an affluent community at that time. And so there are a lot of fancy houses, probably built by people involved in the shipbuilding industry or captains of ships, that kind of thing. There's Tannery Road, I think it is. And so this is the Evangeline Trail, which is heading north out of town towards Avonport. And it sort of follows the shore of the Minas Basin. And there's a senior's home right here on the right. Maybe you can see a glimpse of the Minas Basin just through some of these houses on the right here. So hopefully if you live here, you get to see your house. Sorry if I don't get to all the houses, but I couldn't do the whole thing. And so this is Avon Street, Avon Street. Anyways, and it heads down towards the Minas Basin, I guess, and runs along the waterfront back to town. And this is quite an affluent section of Hantsport, really. A long time ago, there would have been houses of ship captains, and some of the people in charge of the shipbuilding industry would have had their houses down along here, and some of them are still there, big old fancy houses. But it seems to be that a lot of them must have been torn down, because there's a lot of very fancy new houses on the left-hand side here, which seems to have been rebuilt on the along the shoreline. And so they have waterfront on the left. The Minas Basin is immediately to our left here. And we're heading back into town. I think we just passed Tannery Road. And maybe this is Cottage Street here. And so we're heading towards Fundy Centennial Park, I think is what it's called. And that's just a little rest area, I suppose, or park. I don't know. You can picnic there. And you can take a set of steps down, a very long set of steps down to the Minas Basin. And maybe we'll do that. So that's Centennial Park right there. And we go down a very long set of steps. And this is the shores of the Minas Basin. And the tides here are extreme. The difference in height from high tide to low tide can be 50 feet or more. I think the highest tide was recorded at 52 feet. And there's the pier, I guess, for the, I think it's called the Fundy Gypsum Company, who ship gypsum out of this area. And so ships, big ships, not container ships, but big ships pull in here and are loaded with gypsum to be shipped around the world. Of course, they have to do it at very high tide. And there are gypsum boulders all along the shoreline here to try and protect the shoreline from erosion. And there's a pile of crushed gypsum in the back. Well, that's it. Bye for now.